This week, Papa Tebbz finds something else he's good at. Me and Dad become weathermen.
31 degrees.
Pretty much 35 degrees.
Me, Dad and Jack have another successful live stream.
Jack's taking the reins, doing a bit.
And we finally paint our new championship colours onto one of our cars. My name's Tebbz and this is Tebbz Weekly, episode number 27. Right, so just before I jump on to this week's video, I want to just give you a little catch up on what happened last week. And that was that Dad had a bit of downtime to himself, got back in the gym, and then once he had a few days off, he then made a start cleaning out the van, giving it a wash. As we get busy with racing, you get a lot of stuff pile outside in his driveway. So he spent this time getting rid of a few tyres, getting rid of a load of rubbish down the tip.
Well, it's amazing how much rubbish you generate from racing, but it all ends up in my driveway. And this morning I've got rid of a pallet and probably 12 tyres, 2 wheels, and now to hoover out the back of the car. So on with that.
So just to clear this up, what arrived on the pallet in episode number 24, because I don't think I said it, it was in fact a tyre buffer or cutter or tyre shaper, whatever you want to call it. Once he got them jobs out of the way, he then went through all of our tyres. Any of the old knackered ones he ended up taking to the tip, and any that were half decent that he could save using the tyre buffer, he did. He put them all onto rims and then buffed up and tyre cut any of the ones he reckons he could have saved. He then cut up a few new tyres, as this is the next part of our setup journey. We're trying to get the absolute best out of our tyres that we can. We know a lot of people are buffing their tyres at the minute and we haven't really experimented enough with them, but now with this new tyre cutter / buffer, hopefully we can get the edge back on everyone else. Now, let's get on with the video. What's going on, people? Tebbz Weekly, episode number 27. And we're back. Me and Dad have had a little break. Me and Chelsea went away on holiday to Ibiza. It's more of a party holiday than a chilled holiday. And I couldn't have started on a worse day. It's 28 degrees and I'm actually sweating in here. I've had to do this window up so you lot can actually hear me. And I've got no aircon. Jeff, give me some aircon. Yeah, I picked the worst day. So I think Dad's been out there and he's been sorting out tyres. He's had a play with a tyre buffing machine to see if he can get his head around that so we can get the tyres spot on. So there's probably going to be a little update on that. Other than that, we are going to be getting the Corsa ready for Mildehall on the 16th of September, which is 2 weeks time, I believe. I think the date is the 4th today, Monday the 4th, if I didn't say that already. It's been a while. So we are getting the car ready for the 16th of September. Say the Spitfire after World Final is feeling a bit sorry for herself. There's quite a bit of work to do on that. I'm sure within the next couple of weeks or the next month we'll have that back in and trying to get her sorted. Until I get to the garage, I don't even know what we got to do to the Corsa, to be honest. I've not been at Dad's since we dropped the car off there after World Final. That's been a long time. But let's get back to it. That should be the new one in there.
Oh yeah, new one. Yeah.
That new one?
Yeah, it says new. Or any need. I don't know what it says.
Oh, we'll have a look. Right, we're back. I'm back. Dad's back. Looking. Oh, where's that gone? Looking at this Corsa, first thing I've got to tackle is that front bumper. Well, the front corner. After old JP had a go at Lynn. What's going on with this camera? There you go. After JP hit absolutely everything at King's Lynn, I think, I'm going to tackle that. There's probably a whole list to do on it, but I just want to get at least one job out of the way today. So, Papa, how was your time off?
Hey?
How was your time off?
Relaxing. Yeah. So.
Caught up on some sleep.
Yeah. Didn't even look at a car. Just went to work, went back to the gym. Went to the caravan for the weekend. That was good.
Spent some time with Mum.
Yeah, thought I'd better. Haven't seen her for about 4 months.
And then now we're back now. She probably won't see you again for a little while.
No, it's not so much racing now, is it?
We need to...
What?
We've got Ireland.
There's not so much racing
We've
now,
got
is
Ireland
there?
next weekend. I haven't told you about. So...
Oh, we're going to do Scotland, aren't we?
Yeah, I need to sort it out. That is on the 30th of September. So I'll get that sorted. I needed to speak to you today to see if we was definitely going to do it or not, because I can get it arranged.
Okay.
I just spoke to Chelsea about it yesterday, and she's like,
Still ain't sorted out yet.
I'm like, I know. I'll speak to Dad first, make sure we definitely both want to do it. But this whiteboard here, you know, the list we got, Dad's just going to redo that in a minute. He doesn't know that, but he's going to.
Well, I was going to do it the other day, but I thought I'd wait for you.
Right, so while he's doing that, I'm going to make a start cutting this front bumper off.
Put some new squares on it.
He says there's not going to be much racing, but... Till that cluster done us up. Right, good first day back. Cutting his front bumper up, cut it off, putting the new one back on, and I've run out of discs, cutting discs, 9-inch cutting discs. I normally always got a massive stockpile of them in the drawer, and I thought I did. I went to get another one out and there's none in there. So I've nicked one of the spare ones we have out of the van, but I've just used all that up now as well. Me and Dad are 90% sure that I had skirting discs and I had cutting discs. But I've got the skirting discs here, skirting pads, but I haven't got the cutting discs. So that's annoying. So I'm gonna have to leave that there. I'm just gonna weld up what I've done now. Normally I'd tack it all until the end, but I'm happy with what I've done. Normally in case you make a mistake or whatever, but I'm happy now. So I'm just gonna weld all that up now. That'll save me doing that all at the end. And then quickly get on Amazon or eBay, wherever I get them from, order some cutting discs, make sure I get probably 20, 30, because that'll last me a little while. And then they're probably going to take two or 3 days, but we should have enough work on this to get on with before they come anyway. Right, so that's as far as I could get with the metalwork until these discs turn up, which I'm just going to do as soon as I get off this camera. Dad's written up the list for the next few meetings, and we've got Mildehall on the 16th of September, and we're going to be taking the Corsa. And then I'm not going to look too far into this because there's not really too much point. But then after that, we've got the British Championship at Aldershot on the 24th of September. So that's a week, 2 weeks after. Yeah, so we got the British at Aldershot on the 24th of September, which is 8 days after. So we're going to take the red and black Adam. So we need this Corsa to be done before the end of this week, so we can make a start on the red and black Adam, because there's quite a bit to do on it to get it on the pace that we think is going to be good enough. So if all goes well at Aldershot on the 24th of September, then we've got Logelli penciled in on the 30th of September, which is a Saturday night. We said we wanted to get back up there as soon as possible, and that is the date we've planned. So I'll probably get things into place now, penciled in, so we're not shocked when we turn up there. Basically, we've got things penciled in, somewhere to stay, etc. But obviously it might not happen depending on how good we get on at Aldershot. If there's loads of damage, then we won't bother. So that's the plan so far. While I was doing the metal work, Dad changed the transponder, because this had our spare transponder in, but now Dad's put my one back in it. And he's also changed the battery, so we've got a brand new battery on here as well. You bought that just before the meeting, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a brand new battery on this one as well. I've just sat in it, because obviously this is now the seat that is movable. I've just sat in it, and it's good enough. It's plenty good enough for Mildehall anyway. We are thinking about gearing. We're talking about gearing. We might go for something slightly different to what we normally run, just to try and give us that little bit of edge. We have tried it before, and then we went back to our usual gearing we run at Mildehall. So we're still toying with the idea. We probably will change it slightly.
But this one likes to rev, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. When we was at Northampton last time, we revved it up a bit harder than what we normally would, and it preferred it. So yeah, we haven't decided yet, but we might do. Hopefully this car can get done before the end of the week. What day is it? Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
Monday, and we're back. Ready to go. Sort of. Could have done with it being a few degrees colder, but it is what it is.
That's right, it's not too bad.
Nah.
No.
Right, that's it. Order these discs, and then I'm going home. Tuesday. We're back in the garage, 30 degrees. I say I come out here and I moan it's 30 degrees, but me and Jack today working in it, it's not fun. Stopping every 2 minutes for ice cream. But today, I told Jack, what's going on with the Barnet? I told Jack about my problems yesterday, that I run out of cutting discs. Although I just spoke to Dad now, and he reckons he was taking them out of the toolbox at Lynn when he was repairing the front bumper. But I've already checked the toolbox and not in there, so I don't know where they've gone. They was there. Anyway, I told Jack about my problems that we've run out of cutting discs. Luckily for me, he had some, so he's lent me a few. He's got a pack of 10 there, but anything I use today, hopefully the cutting discs will come tomorrow, and then I could just replace them. But that means I can carry on with this bumper, this corner, and get that finished today. And there's also a bit of damage on the right hand side, the driver's side as well, which I didn't spot, so that's going to have to be sorted as well. Can I eat that? Where will you go? Sort of. I've worked in the sunshine for all day for 30 degrees, so.
Oh, it's scorching.
Oh, I know. So whilst I was busy doing this front corner, Dad was also busy doing other things.
Noisy. I'm trying to record it. Right, so I've got Jack's carburettor, new carburettor. And he's asked me to set it up for him for racing. So I've agreed.
Well, I sort of agreed for you.
Did you?
Then I told him to ring you to double check.
Just so you knew I was going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But just so I could say
Polite.
yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I've agreed to do it. So first thing I'm going to do is take the choke off. I don't know why. Maybe it gets in the way of airflow. Maybe it doesn't. We've always done it, so everybody else seems to do it as well. I wonder if it'd make any difference if we left it on.
Well, it'll probably start easier, won't it?
It would start easier on a cold day.
You don't really have a problem with him starting anyway, do you? Most of the time. Apart from the Civic the other day.
Yeah.
A couple of meetings ago.
That sounds louder than normal.
4 mil.
Oh. Thought you'd turn the volume up. Can you read this? I can't even see it. So that's all the choke removed. They're all the bits that came off it that we don't need, so we just need the basic carburettor. We've got to block these pipes up, which had hoses on, doing various things, but we block all those up with solder, then we just put some jets in it really. We should be ready to go.
You got to adjust the float levels. Yeah,
we'll have a look at that after, when we have a look at the jets.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll solder these up. Put a bit of flux on. So I'm just going to take the first main jet out. I said I'm just taking the first main jet out. So this is the actual jet. It changes the mixture. You can actually buy these on eBay. All the different sizes. I'm going to go and have a look, see if I've got the right jets for it. But I have actually ordered some, I'm just waiting for them to come. This is the second main jet, which is stuck on there. Right, there's one other job I need to do. And that's check the float level. Quite often they're set too low for a race car. So I just need to have a look. See where it's set, maybe adjust it, put it back together, and then when the jets come, I'll put them in and it's ready for him to use. They're sitting about right. So I can go back on. And that's it.
Right, so that is the front left corner all tacked together now. I can't see anything else that I need to put on. No, I can't see anything else. Anything else I want to put on there. So before I start cutting the other side now, I want to get this side completely welded up, finito, so I haven't got to come back to it, and then start cutting the other side up.
You've done with all that noise, huh? It's noisy.
Right, 8 o'clock, so I'll finish cutting. That's where I've got to so far. I've welded up the whole of the passenger side, apart from underneath, because I'll wait till it's cooled down before I jump underneath that, so I'll do that tomorrow as soon as I get here. I've cut the right hand side off. I've got one more bit left to cut on the right hand side, but Dad's just told me off for making noise. It's just hitting 8 o'clock. Well, he did. He didn't tell me off, he told me to stop.
It's only because it's 8 o'clock and people got their doors open.
Yeah, it's boiling hot, so yeah. And then when you're out here with a 9-inch grinder, yeah.
It's starting to annoy me.
So I got these. What we're going to do, just going to buy all the neighbours these. So
anybody selling a pallet load?
Yeah, let us know. And obviously there are people around here with kids, but anyway, positives. I've stopped cutting now, so we'll carry that on tomorrow. The metalwork. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a start on the gearing because it's a diff change as well. So that means all the drive shafts got to come out, diff's got to come out, clusters, gear selector, and then we've got to have a look for the other gearing, be in the van somewhere. Don't know if you want to go sort that now while I start doing this.
I didn't see it in the van.
There's a.
Is it just the?
Have a look down there. What's that one? Without shouting out loud. 6.2. Is that 6.4?
This is 3.7.
Oh,
I think.
yeah, don't worry about that then. We definitely won't be using that round there.
No.
Right. Let's start stripping this gearing.
Probably make them about 8:30.
Yeah.
When you ain't got gaskets on them, come up so easy. Silicone, that's what
End up smashing in pieces, didn't you?
Yeah. Martin said powder.
The talcum powder. Right. Right, that'll do for today. 8:30. Just said I'll spend half hour more just getting this ready, prepared, ready for tomorrow so we can smash it out tomorrow. We are doing a live stream tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 PM. Obviously, that'll already happened by now. But this time I'll try not to mess it up. Try not to go start 6:30 this time instead of 7. But it will be 7 o'clock. But I've got a special guest on tomorrow as well on the live stream. Old Jackie boy's back. Cowboy. But I want to try and get as much of this done before we start, like we tried last time. So, yeah. Tuesday, it's just turned to 27.7 degrees, so it's cooling down. We've got this weather for the rest of the week as well, as probably the whole country knows. But that's it, Tuesday, done. Wednesday. Don't get no better, boy, does it?
Swear that one.
31 degrees. Working in it all day. Feel sorry for us. But at least we're nice and tanned anyway.
I reckon we should wash the car today, so it's a bit more like...
We can't wash the car because we've got stuff to do.
Oh, bloody hell.
We've got Mildehall coming up soon. It's not ready. Right, Jack's here. We've got the live in an hour and 15 minutes. So I need to get that cut off. That last bit over there, if you want to get this cutter out now, Jack. Mm-hmm. Get that cut off and get the cutting done ASAP. And then probably while we're doing the live, one of us will just tinker with doing the gearing. Just a matter of getting a diff out, swapping it round, new diff in.
That's my sort of job, that is.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
He's not a fan of the disc cutter. So this bar, obviously damaged up there. Let's push that plate in. So I need to cut that off up there. Try and cut that as flush as you can so you get a nice straight bit of metal to weld onto. And then I'm probably going to get the plasma, because you'll never get the disc cutter in here, I'll probably get the plasma, just cut that weld off there. I haven't actually welded it anywhere else on this bar. Luckily, cut that there and then get the disc cutter and just chop that off. Try and get that off. It's welded behind. See how we get on.
What have you been eating?
What have you been feeding?
What have you been eating, Kim?
There you go, Jack.
No, I like that.
Hang on, you got a tie in it, boy. Safety first, boy.
Right, right in here. No, I like these.
We got some.
What's up with this?
I got some. Right, cut that as flush as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get your red, white in there now. So just looking back at this when I'm editing it, and this bar was an absolute nightmare to get out. I said it wasn't welded to the plate other than that bottom bit, but when I put my head round the other side, it was welded all the way down the back. That's where we made the whole side of the car on the floor, and obviously it was easy to get to when it was on the floor. And then once we've welded it onto the car, to change anything on that has become a bit of a nightmare. So that's a bit of a rookie mistake when building, but you live and you learn. Still on mine, but you can switch between the two, I think.
We're going to start creeping in the largest soon, aren't we?
I was just going to buy t-shirts that are mediums, but change the t-shirts so the belly's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And then you get different ones, yeah.
Well, if you get large ones, just take the label out and put medium in it.
No, but then they won't fit anywhere else. It's just our bellies, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Facebook must know because they keep getting t-shirts come up on my Facebook saying these are the t-shirts you need for dad bods. How do they know?
Cheeky.
How do they know? Nice.
Hold on, wait there,
Hang on.
Remember that.
I missed it.
Come on, that move. There you go.
Nice.
Ow!
Nice.
Ice cream! Lieutenant Dan, ice cream!
Oh, I could do a biscuit whipping now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe like that.
I took the tiniest bit off there.
You know what we're going to do, yeah?
Come on in there. Well, then try shafts already. Lovely. Did you reuse them clips or new clips? New ones. New ones? Yeah. 2 new ones. Hang on, hang on.
I'm hanging on.
Hang on!
I'm hanging on.
Yeah. Go on then. What are you waiting for?
Hold it now, hold it. What's that?
Yeah, mark that for us, Jack, mate. Yeah, mark that for us.
I'm eating.
Yeah.
I told you you won't be spread that way anymore.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Obviously not.
Was it that one?
Yeah, that's a bit. Look, it's there.
Well, that bit.
Yeah. Half and half.
Oh, it's that welder for?
Where art thou?
Clear all this up now. That's alright, it's a good start. Clear all this up now and then we just do the gearing as we're doing the live. We'll clear the welding and fatten stuff up. So, we're currently live at the minute. Jack's taking the reins. Doing a bit. Obviously I've stopped cutting and welding to go live. I stopped the cutting and welding, that's how far I got.
Yeah.
So while we're doing the live, Jack is, not Jack, Dad is changing the gearing. Obviously it's quite a job so we can do it. Yeah, it's going alright. So as long as I think we've just finished the gearing now and we're just doing the setup changes on the front now. We're sort of deciding whether to go between hang on, 2 seconds. Sort of deciding whether to go for the last time we was at Mildehall, it was soaking wet. So we was quick there in the wet, but do we put that same setup on, knowing that it's going to be bone dry, or do we go with more of the Northampton setup we had in the Corsa last time,
What are you doing with the t-shirt on this?
which was bone dry,
Just for this.
and then
You know I'd have it off.
it's one of them. I think we're toying towards the Northampton setup at the minute, knowing it's going to be bone dry. So while we're doing this live, probably go on for another 20 minutes or something, and then mess about with the setup. The rear springs we've got to sort out as well. So bless you, Jacko. Right, that is the live stream all done. Thank you to everyone who joined in. That was brilliant. 2 hours of just talking absolute waffle about stock cars, but somehow that ends up being entertaining. All three of us enjoyed it, so thanks again to everyone who joined in. And we did manage to get a bit of work done this time. Last time, work stopped completely. As you said, we had 200 people just keep asking me questions. So this time, it was Dad cracked on with the gearing, got a bit of setup done just before the live. We got some of the metal work done as well. Yeah, it was a good night.
time now, we've just been sitting there chatting about it. Time's 10 to 10, so it's time
It's still 28 degrees.
Still 28 degrees. So, time to go home now, go to bed. Get ready for work tomorrow. Come on. Right, Thursday. And the temperature's not got any better. No cutting corners today. I'm going to get this front right corner sewn up, so I haven't got to do any welding or cutting for the next couple of days. Just get on with it. Get on with it. Just quickly run through what I'm going to do on the driver's side metalwork. This bar here, I put it in quickly yesterday just before we started live streaming, and I put it in on the wonk, so I didn't put a set square on it. So I just need to cut that off, straighten that back out, and then under here I just need to run a 30 by 30 and then cut it so I can angle it down to this front down bar to try and keep that from pushing back in. That's the plan. Well, tonight then, we want to get. Are you going to be able to push this out tomorrow on your own? Probably not. To what? Because you're going to need to wash it and then paint it, then sign write it.
Yeah. So I've got to get the paint on the way home. Definitely need to wash. I'll hook the van up.
But can you do it without me? Right. Just coming up with a plan with Dad. That is the metalwork on the front end, all complete. So I'll push through it. It's just gone down to 31.9 degrees. What I've got to do next, have a look in the book, see what rear springs we had in at Northampton. Yeah, cheers. See what springs we had in Northampton, and we're going to go with a base setup of that, and then it will just be tweaking the pressures, tweaking the poundages and etc. on the day. And I'm gunning for a win round there. It'd be nice. We haven't had a win round there ever. Not even in the Mini when I went there, and I was pretty quick there in the Mini. The two visits, one visit?
Did we have two?
I think it was 2 visits in the Mini, and I was on the pace both times there, but no wins. And we've been up there a couple of times in the 1300s at Mildehall, but no win at Mildehall. Thing is, the problem with that is the white tops start on your arse, don't they?
Yeah.
And you always got a few quick whites and yellows, and because it's such a small track, they literally start when you're off Superstar. They start right behind you, and even with a couple of wave gellers, if you're not right at the front by the time they bring out a wave geller, they just get away again. It's very frustrating around there, shall I say? But when you're on the pace, it's good. But if you're mediocre, you just can't. You got no chance of catching them. No chance. But yeah, hopefully we do alright. What, the red one? No, black one. One up from that. These ones are the big ones. They're Adam ones, aren't they? The second from the top.
didn't work, did it? Northampton. And all of a sudden, the dry one did.
Where are we looking here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one looks about the same as well. Can do. Lower this jack first, please. Por favor, amigo.
Yeah, up or lower it down? No, lower it down.
Slowly. Slowly.
Slowly.
Stop a minute. Right, dog, you're not listening to her, are you? You're not
Give him a
listening.
kiss.
You're not listening to Nanny. Oh, you got smelly breath. You like that? No. Right, down slowly.
Jesus.
Go on slowly.
Yeah, go on.
She's in.
Nice. Right, so the jets have turned up for Jack's carburetor. So, ordered 4, 2 different ones, just to have a couple of spares. We're going to use 2, and I don't think I'm going to be able to see what size they are because my eyes don't work. Is that the smaller one?
Yeah.
Right. Thanks. And that pack should have the bigger one. These are, sometimes you get these and then they're loose in these emulsion tubes. So you have to open this bit up a little bit. Just a tweak. Otherwise you put them in and then when you take this out, they
You
end
just
up,
slide straight
yeah,
in.
they're sitting in the bottom.
You got a tiny screwdriver on that, mate?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Right, they're the big ones.
Okay. Watch me break this. Snap! Might glue it in. Dodgy
See?
pattern part.
Not everything goes right, does it? Well, very rarely does everything go right at all.
No, it always goes wrong. Oh yes.
We just open it more.
Yeah.
By the way, the cutting discs turn up because we definitely somehow.
Hold on.
Hang on.
Hold on.
Because I'm going home in a minute.
Hold on. And then this jet goes in here.
I'm going home in a minute, so 20 cutting discs. I replaced the 2 that I borrowed off of Jack. Do that now before I forget. And then it's all yours, Dad. I'm going home.
Oh, I'm finished now.
Oh,
You can take that home with you.
took his spotlight. Kids cry.
As usual. Right, so that's done.
How hard do you reckon the Mildehall meeting's going to be? 4 discs? 5 discs?
At least.
If we're using 5 discs, then you might as well throw it in the bin.
Yeah, you've got problems.
Well, the Tebbz Weeklies are just edging in front. 82 Tebbz Weekly, 79 meeting videos, and 10 on the live stream. But I think when we first started, without thinking about it, I thought the meetings would have been better.
Yeah,
But then when you start talking to people, and
they're
they're
quite
like,
dramatic, some of them.
they are now.
Yeah.
As the editing's getting a bit better, they get a bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. Say we're just doing what we've done for the last God knows how many years, but just deciding to upload it, and people are loving it. So
far.
So far, yeah.
So far, so good. So, Jetson van, do you want to take that home? Take that, give it to Jack. So, today's Friday. It's lunchtime. I've been working this morning, and time to have a break from that, really. I've moved the Spitfire and trailer out of the driveway. My mission today is to tidy up the Corsa C. So it's in a bit of a state. It's got shale all over it. Paintwork needs tidying up. The roof needs painting. Roofing needs putting on. So I'm going to pull it out to start with and give it a pressure wash and a bit of a wipe down. So here we go.
Saturday, 31 degrees where I am now. I think it's about 32 where Dad is. Just finished work and I'm contemplating going to Dad's. It's too hot. 2:30. I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to ring Papa now, see what he reckons. I can't see him being out there at the minute. I don't know how he got on yesterday either, painting that car. I'll have a look.
You alright?
Papa.
How's it going?
Yeah, alright. Just finished work.
Have you? It's hot.
Oh, mate.
How are you working in this? It's ridiculous.
Because I'm a G. Because I'm skinny, Dad. That's how I'm working in it.
Oh, okay.
What are you up to? Alright.
So that's what I do today, like, get on with that.
Alright.
Then just put it on time lapse and do a couple of hours. It's 33 degrees out there at the moment.
Yeah, that's what it was the other day. It's just mental.
Yeah, so
if you're gonna do that, then I probably won't bother. I'll go
coming over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no point.
I'll go home and start editing this week.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. See you in a bit. Good luck.
Alright, bye.
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 Right. I'm going home. Make a start on this Tebbz Weekly. Gonna try and make it as good as I can this week, because obviously we had a week or two off. So Dad's gonna crack on. You'll see in the next bit. Cracking on with the sign writing, and then I'll get Henry to get some stickers made up for the titles that we got at the minute. That's it for me today. It's too hot.
So it's Saturday, back in the garage. It's 4 o'clock and it's pretty much 35 degrees. What happened yesterday, I washed the car, got it clean enough, then decided to go and get the silver paint because Kurt wants silver and then the George Cross on there, so he needs a bit of white, bit of red. Anyway, so I went to the paint shop and they don't do silver in 2-pack. With 2-pack paint, normally I can just give it a little bit of a rub down and go over it with 2-pack paint and it hides a multitude of sins. You can get it on quite thick and it comes out shiny. It's all done. But they only do a base coat, so I didn't get the base coat. I thought, I'll just go and get some aluminium wheel spray. So I gone and got some of that. Went and got some of that. And I just tested it on one corner, and it's not really come out how I want it. But let's turn this round. So that's the silver on the corner, which is a little patchy, but I think another coat and I could sort of get it a bit smoother looking. Anyway, even this paint, this silver, needs a clear coat, like a top lacquer. So I'm gonna have to do that anyway. So all I'm gonna do really is do the other 4 patches of silver. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. And then I need to go round the car with the red and paint the bumpers and the sides. So while I'm doing that, I'll paint in the cross for the George Cross. So that'd be the silver and the red. Then I'll get the sign paint out because I need to go around. The numbers are pretty battered up. Some of the writing, his name on the front, it just all needs tidying up. There's bits coming off all over the place. So I just go around with a black and white sign paint, and the plan would be to, this would be silver, this would be red, and then I'll take this tape off and mask it up when it's dry and put white where this yellow tape is, and that sort of signify the silver roof and the George Cross for the English Championship. The other thing I thought, while I was trying to decide whether I was going to strip all this and put a primer and then a layer of white and then do the silver on top of that, what I did think was we're going to have some writing on here all the way across the side saying English champion and national points champion, and the series championship we won last year, or he won a series last year, and he's in first place at the moment to win it this year. So the writing is going to go there. So even though the silver is a little bit patchy, I don't think you're even going to notice. It's going to have the lacquer and then the writing over the top, not even going to notice, and it will be shiny because of the lacquer. So anyway, so today I'm going to spend a couple of hours touching in the paint. Let's get moving. So I've got some red and silver on there. Doesn't look much at the moment, but not finished yet. Well, it's cooled down a bit at the moment. We're down to 34.6 degrees in the garage. It's hot. So the paint's drying straight away. I've put silver on, put the red on, well, the roof anyway. I'm going to go and do the bumpers now on the sides. So I'll put it on time lapse again. So I've got the first coat of red on the bumper, and I've just taken the masking tape off, put some silver on, done the red cross. So I'm probably going to leave it there and have a bit of a break. I might come back out, but I've got to do a night shift tonight, so might just go and have a sleep. and Kurt's over tomorrow. So we'll probably both be out here having a go at it. See you tomorrow. So it's Sunday, back in the garage, 2 o'clock, or 8 minutes past 2 anyway. 30 degrees today, so it's not as hot as yesterday. But anyway, so I need to put the white striping on this roof to get the effect of the George Cross sitting on top of a silver roof. When I sort of planned it out, I moved this red part more forward. So when I put the fin on, if it went centre of the roof, it'd be back here and it wouldn't look right. So I think I've got it in the right place anyway. So it looks right with the fin in place. Anyway, so I bought some sign writing paint. Some others there, black, red, white. But I've got this one left over, white. And I've got a few sign writing brushes that I've collected. So just for touching in bits really, touching in the letters and numbers. It's not really that clever, I just copy what's on there. So painting by numbers. Anyway, let's get on with it. Well, there you go, a bit of DIY sign writing. Like I say, I'm not a sign writer, but I'll have a go at anything really. So obviously this isn't my work, all I'm doing is going over what's already there, just to tidy it up, but I think it come out right.
And that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. This is a long video. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed being out in the garage, back in the garage with Dad and Jack, and thank you very much to them two this week for giving me a hand out in the garage, because going out there in them temperatures after a full day's work is not easy, and anyone who's not done it, honestly, it's not easy. So thank you very much for them two. Also, while I've got you here, the Tebbz Racing merch store has been updated. We have now got kids hoodies in stock. That's on the website and in person at a meeting. So if you want any kids hoodies, let me know, or link in the description to the merch store. Go buy one online and I'll send it out to you. The Tebbz Racing t-shirts that you saw us in the live stream, if you watched the live stream, they are now on the website as well, in black and in white. I can't see myself wearing the white one in the garage or at racing, but they do look good. So go get one. Go get yourself one of them. They're only £20 as well. Also, if you did manage to see in the World Final video, Ollie and Connor both had a red t-shirt on and a red jumper on, and they had Spitfire prints on them. That is a limited edition. So I'm only going to make 20 t-shirts and 20 red hoodies of the Spitfire print, no more. And 4 of them in each have already gone. So grab them while you can. They're now live on the website. And if you want to grab one at a meeting, then DM me on Instagram or Facebook Messenger on Tebbz Racing. Socials are in the links below, and let me know. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. It's a long episode, and now I'm going, and I'll see you in the next one.